Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wine and Wellness Wednesday, the Orlando edition. I'm joined again by beautiful Miss Yolanda. We're getting ready for class tomorrow here in Orlando. So I know that we're a little bit early for y'all, but it's an hour ahead and we still got preparations to make. So this is actually a really, really exciting topic, and I'm glad to have you here with me. So we're going to just talk a little bit about the startup journey for starting your body contouring business. So the first thing you need to do if you're going to start a body contouring business is figure out what services you're going to offer. So the three most popular certification courses that we offer, I'm just going to talk about them real quick. The first one is non-invasive laser liposuction, also known as cavitation, and that is an alternative to surgical liposuction. It's a ultrasound cavitation machine that liquefies the fat cells, tightens the skin, lymphatic drainage, all that fun stuff. So that's the first one. The second one is wood therapy, which is used for it's certain wood tools that are going to use to mold the body, help with inch loss, help with lymphatic drainage, things like that as well. And then the third one is body wraps and infrared wraps, which help with skin tightening and also burning body fat. So those are the three primary ones that we always tell students, if you're going to start in the industry, it's going to be either one of those three, or those are the three services that you want to start with and then add other things later. Any comments on those three?
No, I mean, those are the, you can build upon those three.
Yeah, but that's kind of the foundation. That's where you want to start. And they are all used for different reasons, different clients. So, we kind of break all of that down. But when you're starting your body contouring business, there's just a couple tips that I wanted to kind of go over. And of course, having, one of my other instructors here, she can jump in and say, yes, that's true. That didn't work for me. So we'll go from there. The first thing that I always say is do your research on the techniques that you want to offer and also on the classes and education options. So I know y'all have heard us talk to Blue in the face about what kind of questions to ask when you're looking for certification courses, but also the techniques. What is it that you're really trying to achieve? What do you want to offer to your clients? If you know that you want to have a weight loss spa, then, that's going to be one service over another. If you know that you have a lot of clients, say, that may have pacemakers, right? Or certain health ailments that you know you're going to see all the time, then there's going to be one service we're going to say, look, this is going to be better for your clients than others. So know what the techniques are, and then know which ones you kind of want to start with. If you had to pick, right, out of those three, which one would you recommend that they start with?
Oh, the non-invasive lipo. Yeah. I mean, because that's the one where people normally can, they can see something right away. They already kind of have this whole liposuction on the brain.
Yes.
So, you kind of play into that piece of it. But yeah, the liposuction, because if they're the right client, they're going to see good results.
Yes.
But again, I guess it goes to the client too.
Right.
Because if you have a client with a lot of, we talk about this in the class, visceral fat, you might not want to start with the non-invasive lipo because you're not going to really see. You want to start with the weight loss, maybe a sauna bed or something like that, because they'll see some changes with their actual weight versus inches that they're not going to see because they have deeper down fat.
Exactly. So, but that also comes with knowledge. And when I say research the techniques, kind of look things up. Like, what is cavitation primarily used for? What is infrared primarily used for? Those are the basic things you're looking for. Before you invest in a class, know what kind of, things you want to offer your clients before you just say, oh, I'm going to go pay all this money for this class. But like I said, normally I would say laser lipo or cavitation would be the first one. All right, so next thing, and this is a very, very big one. Expect to make mistakes. In business, in life, in anything that you do, to get truly good at something, you got to make mistakes first. Because if you're so afraid to be perfect at it, you're probably never going to do anything. That's in general in life. Practice makes perfect, right? My first client, I didn't have the best results with because I was learning as I go. I tell y'all all the time, I didn't have somebody, you know, like, here, do this, do that, set your machine this way. I was guessing. That was like 10 years ago, right? But I always say expect to make mistakes even when you've been trained, right? Like that's why we always tell our students the first thing you need to do when you leave here, practice. Mm-hmm. But you can't be so afraid to make a mistake that you don't start at all. So what would you say about that?
My thing is always, you learn from the burn, baby.
You not the literal burn. We don't want
the literal burn, but you learn from the burn, meaning you touch that fire, you're not going to touch it again. So you make a mistake, you just learn from it and keep it moving. I mean, we're not even talking about that, but as an esthetician, I've had some issues where I almost wanted to quit. Like, I did some mistakes. Like, girl, I can't do this. I don't even want to show my face to the public no more. Right. However, I've learned from that. Like that is not for me.
Right.
I'm going to do something different and I'll perfect that. So again, some of these mistakes, sometimes when you encounter them, sometimes it might be, well, maybe you need to be doing something a little different.
Right.
It's not so much that you just don't know what you're doing, but maybe it's something that you need to be doing different all along.
And I would say, even with innovation, right? With innovation comes trial and error as well.
Yes.
We were just talking about like some of our students and some of the innovative ways that they're trying things. Sometimes things make sense, sometimes they don't. But how do you know if this is going to work for you if you don't try it, right? Yeah. So, even when you're trying to do something new, try to do something no one's ever done, you're trying to, make your way in this industry, you got to try. Trial and error. Okay, so don't be afraid to make mistakes. Expect to make mistakes.
Exactly.
Expect that there's going to be an unhappy client because that's always going to be part of it, right? There are certain things that, clients going to do if they going out there and going to happy hour after every session, coming back to you talking about, I'm not getting good results.
Yeah.
Like
every session is the first session.
Exactly. So there will always be mistakes that you make. You learn from them. Hopefully don't keep making the same mistakes, but you've got to expect that you're not going to be perfect right out the gate, but you have to try in order to get better.
Exactly.
Here's a big one. This is a big one for me. Get services somewhere else and learn the customer service experience. I would say roughly 50% of the students that come to class are people that had services somewhere else and either something went well or something didn't go well, right? And even like for us, we talk about this all the time. We still go to other spas, right? You want to see what other experiences are. What am I doing good? What am I doing bad? How can I improve? So I always say, go to other places. Go to other spas that offer the service. Now don't spend all your money, but I say try one or two other places. See what they do well, see what they don't do. They might be making some mistakes, doing things a different way that you were taught. Okay, now you know. I can do better than that because she didn't know what she was doing. Pretend like you ain't never had it before. I will go ask people questions. I'm like, why did you do this? Or why did you do that? Just to see if they can answer.
And that makes a difference.
So stuff like that, I would definitely say try the services out and go to other places to learn customer service, the good, the bad, to strengthen your skills and strengthen your offer. So that's definitely a big one. Licensing requirements. So we do still share that link, to anybody that asks as far as like what, some of the state requirements are, but you need to know in your state what is required before you just jump out there and do something. So look at your licensing requirements. And I'm not just saying specifically in body contouring. What about your city and state ordinances for opening a spa? Maybe you don't have to be licensed to do cavitation services, but you still have to have some kind of license or certificate of occupancy or something to open a business. So look and see how much money it's going to take and what all you have to do to actually open a business in your city or state. Because a lot of people, I think, overlook that step. It's like, let me just go out there. Yes. But you need to look at licensing, like I said, just to perform the services and also licensing to open a business in your area because that's important. Budgeting for equipment and marketing. Yeah, I want you to speak on that one.
Well, look, it's about priorities. It's about priorities. So you have to decide like what's important for you and your business at that moment. So if it's more important for you to take, say, a refresher course to get you to a place where you're more confident, then you may want to put them coins aside for that instead of getting the latest, greatest machine.
Right.
Because, you know, if you don't have the confidence, I don't care what kind of machine you have, you still gonna be like, I don't know, I'm, you know, scared to talk to people.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just have to. I mean, don't get yourself in a tizzy where you're like, you see this machine, you just buy it, and then now all of a sudden you don't know how you're gonna pay your light bill.
Right.
You know, so you have to be smart. You have to budget wisely. You have to again prioritize and see what's important for your business.
That's true. And I would also say, don't just buy a machine if you have no idea how to use it, because it might sit there for months and you don't even know what you're doing because you got to save for a class. I would much rather a student come to us, get trained, learn how to use it, and then go invest in all of this equipment. Because sometimes people call and they don't even know how to turn the machine on. You know, so you've invested thousands of dollars, but you have no idea how to operate it. Yeah. And then also, I always say, budget for marketing, because it does take money to make money. Even if you're just starting off with free social media and you just want to boost a couple of posts, or you want to do 1 or 2 Facebook ads to get your name out there, those kind of things are required. But if you spent every dime you had on training, how do you get people in the door, you know, initially? So I always say budget for marketing and budget for equipment, because you're going to need both to build your business. Yeah. And then the last one I'm going to go over, and then of course if you have any other ones, the last one I'm going to go over is marketing. Marketing your business. If you are going to start a business, you have to market it. You have to learn how to market, even if it's just the basics. Even if you're taking like a $99, you know, class on how to build Facebook ads, you've got to figure out how to market your business. And initially, you know, we are our own market person. You can't always spend thousands of dollars hiring somebody. So you've got to know how to do some of the basics, either how to create your own content, you know, or how to do some ads to get yourself out there. Posting before and afters on IG is not going to be enough, okay? And then also pushing everything ahead. You are your number one salesperson. If you don't talk about what you're doing and people don't see who you are, they don't know what you're doing, how can they come to you? You are your marketing person until you can hire a marketing team or firm or whatever. So you have to market your business as part of a startup journey. If you are not marketing your business, you're not going anywhere. You know, you got to push your stuff forward initially, because you're the only salesperson that you have. What else
have
do
a
you
whole
have
team
for marketing?
I mean, you just have to get out there. And then if you know that you're not good at that, and that's me. Yeah. I'm not good at that. I just need to hire somebody to do it. So
I always say, Fiverr.com. Find somebody.
Go to Fiverr, find you somebody, pay them
$50-$100, something. They can create some.
And let them do it. I mean, Etsy has like templates and stuff that you can get. I mean, trust me, and I'm speaking to you guys because I suffer from this. Yeah. I was at the doctor and the girl said, "Oh, I'm telling her I'm an esthetician." She's like, "Oh, let me see your website and the picture." She goes, "I take your website. There's not one picture of a facial." So she looked at me like, "You really esthetician?" Yeah. So I'm like, having to show my phone. No, see, they're on my phone, and that's not good marketing at all. Yeah. So again, I'm speaking from experience. You have to take the time, find you someone who can do it for you if you can't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it has to be done.
And so that actually is an add-on. That'll be a last tip as well. Know your weaknesses.
Exactly.
Like in business, we're not all going to be great at accounting, legal, marketing, technique, and everything else. Mm-hmm. So you have to know what your weaknesses are and see where you can find someone to fill in some of those gaps.
Right.
It's okay to say, look, I'm just not great at this part. I need a little bit of help. Okay. Exactly. Anything else? All right. Look, next week, we're super excited. Next week is the summit. So when we come live, we're going to be getting ready to see so many of you guys in person. So we're really excited. So I have no idea what we're going to talk about because I'm so excited about this.
I know, right?
But we will be back next week to talk about something fun in preparation for the summit. For those of y'all who are in the Orlando class, we'll see you tomorrow. And if you guys have any questions or things that y'all want us to continue touching on during Wine and Wellness, please feel free to reach out to us. And we will talk to you guys next week.
All right.